welcome back to the channel. If you're new to Guitars and Gear Stuff, hi, thanks so much for watching. If you wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel, leaving a comment, leaving a like, that'd be great. It really helps the channel out, helps me out a lot, and you can get future Guitars and Gear Stuff content that way. Today I want to talk about this little orange box here, the Boss Distortion pedal, the DS1, the classic. And I don't want to do a full review on it, I just want to show you some of the secrets on how to get those old school rock, AC/DC kind of tones out of them. That whole first opening song I did, that was all this pedal on all the electric guitars. Sure, I used a little bit of reverb and echo here and there, and I used my Canyon delay pedal by Electro Harmonics for the Echoplex kind of setting for the lead stuff. But other than that, it was the Les Paul into the DS1 into the Vox AC15. And let me tell you, okay, there's a secret behind this pedal. Now, when I was a kid, I had this pedal, I bought the very first time I bought it was a teenager back in the 1990s. And I had a Strat, I had a solid state 15 watt amplifier, like most of us did, and I had this pedal, and here's the settings that I would put it on. And I think all of us put it on these settings, right? So you've got your tone right about straight up at noon. You've got your level about straight up, almost whatever unity gain was, because you wanted it to be seamless because you were playing Nirvana. And you had to switch between clean and distortion. And then you put your distortion like all the way up and you cranked it. And it sounded awful. We all thought it sounded great in the 90s, and then you get like a refined taste as you get older and you go, oh, what was I thinking? And the reason I say that is because I just tried that the other day with the exact same amp I was using, an exact same guitar, and it sounds terrible. I've since learned how to actually use this pedal, and there's some secrets to how to use it that will really help unlock it for you. So if you've got one of these and maybe you threw it in the junk drawer because you're like, I don't want that, I want to buy a way more expensive boutique distortion pedal, don't give up on this little orange box yet. It's only 40 bucks or 50 or whatever it is now, but this thing can actually pack a punch. And here's the secret. There's two knobs on this thing that are the secret, and it isn't the distortion knob. The secret is that the tone knob, roll that thing back, and the level, crank that thing up. And then with the distortion, what you need to do is you need to pull the distortion back. Like, don't crank it all the way up. That's where buzz and fizzy lives. Okay, crank it back and then put your amp on the verge of breaking up. So use some humbuckers to do that because it'll break up faster with more output. And then put your distortion up here. Because here's what this pedal is meant to do. This pedal is meant to send a hard clipping signal to your amplifier. So if you have your amp already on the verge of breaking up and you put your level all the way up, it's gonna push it into its natural saturation. What this little distortion knob then will do is we'll hard clip it versus soft clip it. So it'll take it into not just a saturated tone, but it'll hit it a lot harder and make the clipping, the distortion more, it won't be as smooth and soft, it'll be harder, it'll be more edgy, and that's what this is for. A lot of us make the mistake though of throwing that distortion knob all the way up, and then all we get is fizzy fuzz, buzz saw. It sounds like a circular saw cutting through metal. It's gross. So if you pull the distortion back though, and you use it kind of like you would use table salt on a nice piece of steak, you don't want to use too much, it's gonna really make it terrible. But you use just enough to where you like it, to the taste. And then use the tone knob and the volume knob to get the tone the rest of the way there. I promise you, use it like that, and you are going to get the distortion tones that you want. So I'm gonna show you how I did it and how I can increase by just using a little bit of distortion increase from your rhythm guitars to your lead guitars and all that kind of stuff. So here we go. All right, I'm running Les Paul into the DS1 into Vox AC15. Here is the clean tone on the bridge pickup. See, you want to have it just on the verge of breaking up. All right, here we go. Here's the settings that I showed you. Let's turn this on. here's why you don't push the distortion all the way up. Well, now you'll notice that it didn't sound bad. Okay, when you push the distortion up to here, it doesn't sound bad. It does get fizzier and a little buzzier. The less distortion you have, the more it sounds natural. It sounds like it's pushing your amp with a hard, clip versus this fuzzy, fuzzed out kind of a deal. But when you push the tone up to there, that's no good. It sounds really bad. It just is like really bright. So my suggestion is keep the distortion behind the 12 o'clock position. If you keep it back there and you use your amp's natural distortion plus this, and use this as kind of a way to almost like an overdrive pedal, like you would boost your amp or hit it a little harder. It's going to give you that bite. It's going to give you that that good distortion sound, not the bad distortion sound. Hopefully this was helpful. If you have one of these hidden away somewhere and you're like, you gave up on a long time ago, go grab it, pull it out, crank your amp up, get your guitar out, and use the little tricks I showed you. And this pedal may be finding its way back onto your board. Who knows? All right, see you later. Thanks.